Hi, my name is Mary Ann. I'm a physiotherapist with Bone Fit certification through the Osteoporosis Society of Canada. This series of videos is going to provide you with some education about how you can live a full and active life while living with osteoporosis. This series of videos is here to provide you with some education and strategies to maintain an active and healthy lifestyle while living with osteoporosis. This video provides some strategies to help you manage your posture throughout the day to protect your spine. So the first thing we're going to talk about is posture. So many of us, I'm guilty of this too. Throughout the day, we seem to get more and more C-shaped as we go on. Think of all the activities that we do that are out in front, driving, reading, computer work. All of these things hunch us forward, draw our shoulders forward, and over time, we certainly tend to slouch down. So we're going to just take a moment to talk about our posture and what best possible posture might look like. We're going to start in standing with our feet apart and our feet about hip or shoulder width apart. From thinking from the feet up, we're going to shift our weight and find a place where we feel like we have equal weight on the right and left foot. And then also, center yourself front and back as well. We don't want all our pressure feeling under the balls of our feet. And we don't want to feel like we have all the pressure on our heels and we're tipping backward. Try and even that out. So I'm even left to right and even front to back. Next, we're going to think about our low back and our lower ribs. We want to lift those lower ribs away from our hip bones. So if I am slouched, my lower ribs are here and my hip bones are right here. That's not much difference between the two of them. Now, if I think about lifting those lower ribs away from my hip bones, now I have a nice space between the two, and that's what I'm aiming for. Getting that low back as tall as possible. Our spines are bones stacked one on top of each other. And as we work our way up the spine, we're going to imagine that we are pulling those stacked bones with a string to make them be as tall as possible. So, working our way up the spine now, coming through the middle of the back, again, we're lifting those bones, lifting that stack nice and tall, getting up towards the top of our spine. We're going to imagine we're wearing a bow tie. So if we are a little bit stiff, the center of that bow tie might be pointing down towards the floor. We are going to raise that center of the bow tie, make it face forward. At the shoulders, we're just going to gently roll the shoulders out. We often, again, all those activities draw us forward. So we're just going to take a moment to roll those shoulders back. This is a gentle movement. We're not pinching the shoulders, we're not hunching them towards the ears. We're just gently rolling them out. You can think of maybe spreading your collarbones away from each other. So you're going to spread those collarbones apart, gently rolling the shoulders back. We're nice and tall all the way up. And then we get to our necks and chins. So chins tend to poke forward. We are going to keep that chin level to the floor and just draw it back a little bit, bringing ears more in line with shoulders. Now, this might feel like a very robotic, kind of stiff, awkward position for you to be in, and that's okay. The more you practice, the more comfortable you're going to get with this posture, and the more easily you're going to be able to fall into that posture. You're not going to have to do it step by step. You're just going to be able to do it all in one smooth motion. So right now, it's okay for it to feel awkward. It's okay to do this as an exercise. Maybe you're driving in the car and you're just going to take 5 seconds while the light is red to practice sitting up tall, rolling those shoulders back, tucking the chin in. And then once traffic is moving again, you're just going to carry on as usual. But building in those little moments throughout the day where you think, oh, this is a great chance to be a little taller, is going to help you make this into more of a routine habit and posture for you to maintain. All right, so there we go. This is our best possible posture. We need to be able to move with that throughout the day. So we're going to take this posture on the go. When we think about osteoporosis, certainly one of the worries I hear is people are worried that they're going to hurt their back, or if they already have back pain, that they're going to be doing more damage and risk further injury. When we are moving throughout the day, we want to spare our spine. To do that, we want to move from one position to the other, keeping our backs as straight as possible. So that means we're going to be hinging not from our backs or our waist, which is way up here. Whenever we need to bend and lower and move, we're going to hinge from our hips, which are way down here. So this is hinging from the hips, or a hip hinge. This is not. This risks injury to our backs. So if you need to get things out of the dishwasher, for example, if my chair is my dishwasher, dishwashers tend to be down low, I'm going to hinge from my hips to get those plates and put them up in the cupboard. It's easy and simple and quick to do it a different way, but again, we're putting a lot of stress and strain on that back, and it may not thank us. So bending forward, we're going to keep our backs long, and we're going to hinge at the hips. Adding a little bit of knee bend certainly helps you get a little bit lower. Picking up those grocery bags, same sort of deal. We're going to hinge at the hips, grab those handles, and come up nice and tall. Any sort of lifting, you really want to protect your spine, lower with the legs, make sure something is nice and close to you when you lift, and stand tall. Hopefully you can lift with both hands as well. Anytime you can do that, again, just evens things out and prevents stress and strain on one particular part of your body. Okay, so that's a hip hinge. You can use that for all sorts of activities throughout your day. Sometimes backs get painful, backs get tired, and we need to really take the stress off of them. The best way to do that is to lie down on your back. I'm going to get down onto the floor, but I'm going to do that protecting my spine using some of my spine sparing strategies. Holding onto my chair for some support, I'm going to lower down onto one knee. Notice that my spine is still completely straight, lowering onto the other knee. From here, I can come onto my hip, spine still straight, onto my side, and then lower in one unit onto my back. So as you can see, I am lying on the floor with my knees bent and feet flat on the floor. My arms are resting by my side. In this position, I have taken the most stress and strain off my spine as I possibly can. Some people like to pop their feet up onto some pillows or a chair, but resting here with knees bent is important to take the load off of your spine. So anytime you need to spend some time in this position, this position is also a great place to start some home exercises, which we will get into in another video. All right, so then once we are down, what goes down must come up again. So to do that, we are going to roll onto our sides. That keeps spine in a nice straight line. And then we're going to push into kneeling. From there, if you need a chair to hold on to, go right ahead. Otherwise, you can pop one knee up and the other and come into standing. So there you go, a brief introduction to some strategies to help you spare your spine throughout the day and create some moments of good posture. Check out my other videos that will help you manage osteoporosis leading a healthy and active lifestyle.